Final piece tonight. The tradition around the New Year in the UK is for the Queen to give out honours to people. Now, there are a few worthy honours, but the majority are for the vacuous cretins known as celebrities, which means they sold out to the dark and also give honours to a vast number of pedophiles. Medals for pedophiles. And America medals for killing people. And yet many people are wishing to go back to normal. There was no normal. Normal is a double negative. Why would we want to go back to that? Every aspect of society in the old world is corrupted, deceiving, cheating, lying, decaying. Many parts are dilapidated, crumbling, sick, corroded, and not fit for purpose. The people are hive-minded and somewhat retard bots, unable to think or do for themselves, all distracted by entertainment, which if you take out the letters E and T, leaves entrainment. And are those two letters ET indicative of the problem? You bet it is. The Hebrew Anunnaki, fake Egyptians, various forms of Israelites, fake states, and that's not just Israel either. You can add the cities of Monaco, Switzerland, Lesotho in Africa, the Vatican, London, and the District of Columbia, and probably some others. All churches and all religions, fake gods and characters of the Bible, and even worshipping anyone of the past, whether they were gods or not, is all part of the desecration of this world and its inhabitants. The worshipping of them, along with the domesticated cats that is all over the social media pages, is a dereliction of duty to ourselves and the here and now, and more importantly, our future. Some people go around calling themselves everything from gods to goddesses, all kinds of New Age labels, Indian guru titles, Jesus and Mary, Neo to the clan mother. The list is endless. All of it is ego, because it is external of the self. And that is without mentioning the 15 titles one person down the road has accumulated or given herself. All of it is pure ego. It only becomes non-ego if you actually do the work that your alleged titles state, and the fruits of which are passed over to the people, not for personal gain. And even if it was true that you were blah blah in the past, what are you doing in the now to correct your past? Because all those gods and prominent people were not perfect by any means. The several Jesuses are chasing the RV and crypto payouts. Oh, the irony of that if you believe in Jesus. Did the book not say he tipped the greed-based money tables over? And all of this abomination and worshipping outside of the self has rendered us a slave and harvesting battery world by people and entities who have lost their way badly. Everyone wanting to play the hero-saviour program, but too few being the hero-saviour by their actions. All of us are potential heroes and saviours. The key to that is to not talk about it and show the world you are better than others. Talking about it is ego. But by your own actions and doings of being and doing things in the right, honourable and better ways, that is internal. There is nothing wrong with being seen by others as a hero, providing you have done heroic things. There's nothing wrong with people saving each other either. And in overview, they are seen as saviours. But all that has to be earned. And the evidence of doing heroic acts or saving others has to be in truth and be seen over a period of time. And the great question is, are those hero-saviour people based on words only? Or have they consistently over time done actions that have changed people's lives or in part the world? And the question for us all, including me, and sometimes people think I only preach out, but rest assured I'm included in these pieces as much as the listeners. Have you noticed the uptick in TV, stage and movie people dying yet? Expect much more this year. If you haven't seen how abnormal the world is since the COVID scam, then there's really no hope or help for those people. Some people still think my statement in November 2017 was wrong, where I stated it was too late for the unawakened. Hand on heart, can you say that is not true now? I will add another category to that today. The awakened focusing solely on politics. Posting things of what politicians have done now or the past, he said, she said, blah blah, has done this crime, etc. What is that achieving after over a decade of information? The Q Brigade is all about politics, but politics is the last refuge of the scoundrel, it was said in the past, and I will say in the now is, politics is the lowest form of awakening. As what goes on in politics is that they are all staged puppet shows. It is more distraction and entertainment for the lower levels. Trump, Biden, Obama, etc. will all lead players in a Punch and Judy show replete with strings. And yes, we've covered all of them to be able to show the real stages on a much higher level. My pieces on Trump tonight were not to expose Trump. He did a good enough job himself, but to stop volumes of people being distracted by the same puppet show being ran in the classic 4-year loop. After years of alt media, the plethora of exposures, nothing much is new now. And at some point the learning of what went on in the past has to shift into something different, otherwise you stagnate. Our show shifted into the new, that is about as far from normal as you can get. But what is the future? What are the solutions? What are you and we going to do? And less focus on what they are doing. So we need a change of one of our memes this year. Observe, don't absorb. Has served many of you well. But our observations of them this year needs to be just a glance in the rear view mirror and not a hawk-eye stare of them. All of it and them has been exposed now, and now we have to leave them behind metaphorically and literally. What we are doing is the right-hand path, a movement away from the masses of unawakened and also the awake, away from the path of Set. Why did they call it that? Because they, the dark forces, set the path for you. you and we all complied, but not no more. But no longer do we have their set path. We have our own path, our choice, our ways, and our own efforts based in heart, not minds. And the real awakenings have to learn sufficient to turn around to themselves and ask, okay, I've learned enough about how corrupt, normal, sinister and evil our world is. Now what am I going to do to change it? You will not change it posting about politics or cats. The only way to change it is come up with solutions. Not just any solutions, but better ones. And think of how you can integrate them into other solutions. In other words, find the pattern and it always repeats. And think about those solutions being for the all, not the self. Be flexible enough to allow for expansion of those solutions by yourself and, more importantly, others. As a reminder, as we begin this new year of promise, advancements, potential changes for the better, providing we all work at it in an harmonic way with the desire to improve things for the all. When on the external, the I becomes the we, and when on the internal, the we becomes the I, that is your right-hand path. That despite all the hardships, abuse and rejections is the easy path. That path goes on an upward trajectory, like vertical time, which leads to no time. It is the only path that does. For visuals, use the capitalized letter N. Now, following our completion show from Russia with Love 9, if you have listened to all of our must listen to shows in detail and grasped it, you pretty much all have the bigger picture now, except Liam, it seems. We at THI have covered it all, and yes, there could be thousands of more shows to give more details, but it doesn't solve the problems we face, does it? THI will continue, as you all like it so much, but THI needs to give way to better focus, and that focus is the People's Club. The TPC has to provide solutions to fix all the ills. The old world proved they had no solutions, as nothing works anymore. Now you can all see that. Remember this because it is important. When the world was asked 2.5 years ago for a plan for the restoration, all the dark forces, the clowns, the bloodline families, etc., came up with nothing. No plan, no ideas, nothing. But 2 people did, and we have to take that forward. So one tiny group has to be the pioneers for the change for the better, not change for the sake of it, providing lasting solutions to correct all of the ills, providing common sense solutions to improve all aspects of life, providing a lasting platform for the future, and bring back out the creativity, love, compassion, caring and sharing all the people have, but lost their way in the old world of greed, hate, low vibration, and the service to self world. That is what counts now. 2021 revealed many confirmations. It connected more of the higher dots. From Russia with Love 9 was called the completion for a reason. It symbolically closed the book on their world. 9 days before the end of 2021, and 2021 was 9 years after essentially their world ended in 2012. Don't wait for the day of the Svarog to unfold. We have to be the light of it. This has been the Truth, Honour and Integrity Show. My name's Thomas Williams, and bye for now.